Electric vehicles, everyone's talking about them. They're marketed as the future of transportation, the ultimate solution to pollution, and even a way to save money. But what if I told you that buying an EV right now might not be the smartest decision? EVs sound like the perfect deal on paper, but when you break down the costs, the practicality, and the long-term ownership experience, the reality might surprise you. In this video, we'll dive deep into the numbers, compare EVs with traditional cars, and uncover the hidden truths that no one talks about. Let's get started. Most of the social media comparisons between internal combustion engines and EVs show that there is a significant difference in ownership cost, and you can save a lot of money by owning an EV. That is how EVs are capturing global or Indian market especially. But no one actually says is owning an EV long-term can actually burn your pockets. In this video, I will clearly explain the whole cost involved along with numbers. Stay tuned. Let's start by taking a car that an average Indian middle-class buyer prefers. It's none other than Tata Tiago. I'm trying to compare similar models of petrol and EV Tata Tiago. Here are the key points being compared in the image. Vehicle cost, initial purchase price of the car. Per km running cost, cost of fuel, petrol, versus electricity per kilometer. 1 Lakh KM running cost, total fuel/electricity cost for driving 1 lakh kilometers. 5-year maintenance cost, estimated servicing and upkeep expenses over 5 years. Total ownership cost, combined cost of purchase, running, and maintenance over a long-term period. The Tata Tiago Petrol XZ Plus is priced at 8.73 lakh rupees, making it a more affordable option upfront compared to its EV counterpart. However, the running cost for petrol is significantly higher, ranging between 6 to 7 rupees per kilometer depending on fuel prices and mileage. Over a 1 lakh kilometer driving period, the total fuel expense comes to around 7 lakh rupees. Additionally, the 5-year maintenance cost for the petrol version is approximately 30,000 rupees. When we sum up the total cost of ownership, including the vehicle price, fuel, and maintenance, the Tiago Petrol costs around 16.03 lakh rupees over a long-term usage period. While petrol offers convenience with quick refueling and no dependency on charging infrastructure, it becomes costlier over time due to high fuel expenses. Tiago EV, XZ plus Tech LUX Long Range. The Tata Tiago EV XZ plus Tech LUX Long Range comes at a higher initial cost of 11.83 lakh rupees, making it 3.1 lakh rupees more expensive than the petrol version. However, this is offset by the significantly lower running cost of just 2 rupees to 2.5 per kilometer, nearly 3 times cheaper than petrol. Over 1 lakh kilometers, the total electricity cost for charging the EV is just 2.25 lakh rupees, leading to massive savings on running costs. Furthermore, maintenance expenses are lower, estimated at 18,000 rupees over 5 years, since EVs have fewer moving parts and do not require oil changes or engine servicing. When considering the total cost of ownership, including the vehicle price, running costs, and maintenance, the Tiago EV costs around 14.26 lakh rupees, which is 1.77 lakh rupees cheaper than the petrol version in the long run. The EV is the smarter choice for those who drive frequently and want to save on fuel and maintenance costs, provided they have access to proper charging infrastructure. This looks good on paper and gives an initial impression that we will have approximately 2 lakh rupees saving if we purchase EV. Here comes the catch. Let's talk about one of the biggest hidden costs of owning an electric vehicle, battery replacement. While EVs promise lower running costs and minimal maintenance, there's one major expense that often gets overlooked. After about 8 years or 1 lakh kilometers, the battery in your EV will start to degrade, leading to reduced range and efficiency. And when the time comes for a replacement, it won't be cheap. Take the Tata Tiago EV, for example. If you need to replace its battery, you could be looking at a staggering 450,000 rupees or more. That's nearly half the price of the car itself. Unlike petrol or diesel vehicles, where engine longevity can often exceed 2 lakh kilometers with proper maintenance, an EV's battery has a finite lifespan, and replacing it can be a massive financial burden. Let's take a deeper look at the true cost of ownership when comparing the Tata Tiago Petrol XZ Plus and the Tiago EV XZ Plus Tech LUX Long Range over 1 lakh kilometers. At first glance, the EV seems more affordable, with a total ownership cost of 14.26 lakh rupees compared to 16.03 lakh rupees for the petrol variant. This includes the purchase price, fuel/electricity costs, and maintenance over the long term. However, there's a huge hidden cost that changes everything: battery replacement. Unlike petrol cars, which don't require major engine replacements in this time frame, EVs come with a limited battery lifespan of around 8 years or 1 lakh kilometers. Once that limit is reached, replacing the battery in the Tiago EV could cost a whopping 4.5 lakh rupees. When we factor in this additional expense, the actual cost of ownership for the Tiago EV jumps to 18.76 lakh rupees, making it significantly more expensive than the petrol variant. Owning an EV might seem like a futuristic and exciting choice, but there are several hidden issues that many buyers don't anticipate. Initially, the thrill of driving an electric vehicle and the novelty of charging may feel great, but over time, the low range and frequent charging sessions can become inconvenient, especially for long drives. One of the biggest concerns arises after 5 years. By this time, the battery begins to degrade, and replacing it can cost a whopping 5 lakh rupees or more, making it difficult to sell the car at a good price. If you've just invested in a new battery, selling the car feels like a loss, as buyers hesitate to purchase an EV with an aging system. Furthermore, the excitement of owning an EV fades over time, and without the traditional engine sound or dynamic driving experience, many owners start feeling disconnected from their cars. Beyond that, while EVs are marketed as having fewer moving parts, they are still prone to motor, inverter, and battery management failures, which can lead to expensive repairs with limited service options outside of authorized centers. These factors make EV ownership a risky long-term investment, and before making the switch, it's crucial to consider whether you're prepared for the hidden costs and long-term challenges that come with it. Let's understand that EV ownership is a risky long-term investment, and before making the switch, it's crucial to consider whether you're prepared for the hidden costs and long-term challenges that come with it. So, while EVs may seem like a cost-effective choice in the short run, this hidden expense raises an important question: are you really saving money in the long term? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.